Today we are making this adorable skull charm. It's spooky, it's cute, and it's the perfect little Halloween accessory. So grab your beads and let's get started. We're gonna need seed beads in 2 colors. These are TOHO Treasure beads, and you can see the color codes on the screen right now. Then we need a beading needle. This is size 12. I'm gonna use my favorite thread, is FireLine in crystal color 0.12 millimeters, and scissors, or thread zip if you want, if you have, and a wire guardian. I cut a piece of FireLine and thread my needle. And I start with 2 rows at once. I start with row 5 and 4, and I do them together. First, I start by 3 beads, these 3 beads. So I pick up 3 white beads, 1, 2, and 3. I slide them down and leave a tail long enough to weave it in later. Then I go with my needle right through this first bead. And as you can see, it forms a little nice triangle. And it corresponds to these 3 beads. Next, I will continue with this one. So I pick up 1 white bead and I go with my needle directly through this bead. And pull tight. Pick up another white bead and go up through this bead. And again pull tight. And continue in this zigzag way until the end of the row. Next we have 1 black bead. So I pick up 1 black bead and go directly through this bead. White bead and go through the black bead. White bead and go down. 1 black bead and go up. White bead and go down. And the last bead in a row. So this is the row number 5 and this is the row number 4. They are finished, and we will continue up with row number 3. So I just go in my needle up so that my thread is coming out of this second bead. I pick up 1 white bead and 1 black bead. I always start a new row with 2 beads at once. And I will not go through the bead, but I will go under the thread bridge. So I go with my needle under this second thread bridge. This is the first, this is the second, then this is the third. And then I go up directly through the black bead, down through the white bead, and up through the black bead. And pull tight. Now I will continue one bead at a time. So I pick up one white bead. I go with my needle under the next thread bridge and then go up directly through the white bead and pull tight. Pick up another white bead and go directly with my needle under the thread bridge and go up through the white bead. And continue the same way. So I pick up one white bead, go with my needle under the thread bridge and go up through the bead. Now it's time to add one black bead the same way with my needle under the thread bridge and go up through the bead. One more black bead and go up. And the last bead in a row is white. So I go with my needle under the thread bridge again and up directly through the bead. So the row number 3 is finished and we will continue with row number 2. At the beginning of the row number 2 we will do a decrease. So I again pick up these two beads, white and black. And because my thread is coming out of this last bead, I need to skip one thread bridge when I want to do a decrease. So I skip the first thread bridge and go with my needle under the second thread bridge. This way I do a decrease. I go up through the black bead, down through the white bead, and again up through the black bead and pull tight. Now I continue with white beads, so I pick up one white bead, I go with my needle right under the next thread bridge and through the bead, pull tight, and two more white beads the same way, and up, one more, row number 2 is finished and move on to the next row. It's all white, so I pick up two white beads and it's decrease again, so I skip the first thread bridge and go with my needle under the second thread bridge, up through the second bead, down through the first bead, and up through the second bead, and pull tight, pick up another white bead, and continue the same way. And the last bead in a row, and up. Okay, one half of the pattern is done, and now I just weave the tail in. I just weave it in, go through a couple of beads, no knots are needed. I go with my needle back and forth. and then cut off the excess thread. Now I can continue with row number 6. I need to get my thread here, so that's coming out of this edge bead. And in row number 6, I do a decrease again, so I pick up 2 beads, 2 white beads. I skip the first thread bridge and go with my needle under the second thread bridge. Then I go up through the white bead, down through this white bead, and back up and pull tight. Next I pick up 1 black bead under the thread bridge, up through the black bead, and continue with 3 white beads. One, 2, and 3. Now 1 black bead, and 2 more white beads. And the last bead in the row. And as you can see, we have no thread bridge left. So I go in my needle directly through the last bead of the previous row. Directly through the bead. And that's it. Now I need to go back up and decrease in row number 7. My thread is already coming out of the second bead, so I go with my needle under the first thread bridge. I pick up 1 white bead and 1 black bead, and I go with my needle under this first thread bridge next to this thread. I go up through the black bead, down through the white bead, and again up through the black bead, and pull tight. Now continue with 3 white beads, two black beads, and 1 white bead. Now row number 8, 1 white and 1 black. Skip the first thread bridge and go under the second one. up through the black bead, down through the white bead, and back up through black, and pull tight. Continue with 3 white. And finally row number 9, it's only 4 white beads. So I start with 2 white beads, I skip the first thread bridge and go with my needle under the second one. And up. And 2 more beads. It's 1. And 2. Okay, and the skull is finished, and it's time to add a wire guardian. So I need to go with my needle so that's coming out of this bead. I pick up wire guardian, slide it down to my beadwork, and go right through the white bead again. And reinforce the connection one more time. And finally I can weave the thread in. So I just go through a couple of beads. There is no need to make any knots. I make a little circle around the bead so it's super secure. And I can cut off the excess thread. And our little skull charm is done. I think it turned out so cute, spooky, but still adorable, right? If you like this project, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Halloween bead tutorials and other fun DIY ideas. It really means a lot and helps me create even more content for you. See you next time, bye!